Master, can I come in? Thank you. All right. I've brought an ice pack I made in the kitchen for you. This should help the swelling on your wrist go down. Hold your arm out and keep it steady. I'll just make sure it's not too cold. There we go. Just hold that there with your other hand. Gently, though. We wouldn't want to make the swelling worse. Let's just stay here for the moment while the worst of the pain subsides. Well, yes, it is inconvenient. You won't be able to work while holding that ice pack to your wrist. And honestly, that's kind of the point. You certainly shouldn't be working in that state. You'll need to take a break while you recover from that injury. Now, I know it will pain you to be torn from your work like this, but trust me, it will be for your own good. You could do with a break. Maybe not forced into one by circumstances such as this, but it can't be helped now. As for now, how about some tea? The pot should still be hot from when I brought it in earlier. I can't believe you tried to reach that high shelf by yourself. Goodness, I got quite the fright when I walked in and saw you up there. Balancing on your chair like that while disorientated from lack of sleep. I'm not surprised you ended up falling. I must say, your recklessness astounds me sometimes. I mean, if you need help reaching or moving anything around the house, I insist you ask a member of your employment for help. You know we'll be happy to assist and save you from the risk of hurting yourself. I know you're very independent in regard to your work, but don't be afraid to ask for help. We are here to serve you, after all. Right, the tea. Enough lecturing for one day. Wait just a moment while I pour you a cup. Here you go, Master. Just gently rest your arm on your lap and use your free arm to pick up the tea. Hopefully this will settle you down after the shock. Do you like it? It might be the same as ever, but as long as you like it, I'll be satisfied too. Are you feeling a little more settled now? It must have been quite a shock when you fell like that. You didn't hurt yourself or anywhere else, did you? Ah, good. Glad to have been a help, as always. No, Master, don't go talking like that. Despite my criticisms, you shouldn't blame yourself. Even if you could do with a little more sleep. Accidents happen. It's not your fault. If anything, I should be taking some of the blame. You might not have fallen if I hadn't startled you when I came into the room. That's not all either. Even after working with you for a while, I feel less than perfect at my duties. I could be making more of an effort to check what you would like doing around the house, making sure you're getting a good amount of sleep, and checking on your general well-being more frequently. Well, I'm glad you're happy with my services already, but I just can't settle for less than I believe I'm capable of. I'm always striving to improve my work. I've dedicated myself to this life of servitude, and I'm always seeking to develop my skills to serve you as best as I can. You ought to be able to completely rely on me. And above all, I don't want you to have to worry about anything unnecessary. I want to share some of that burden of yours. Of course. Anything for you, Master. You finished your tea, I take it? Right. Now you've finished with that, I think it's time for you to go to bed, Master. No excuses. You won't be doing any more work in that state. Besides, do you know what time it is? It's 11:30. Mm-hmm. It's true. Let me guess. You lost track of time working so hard? Of course. Well, it's about time you got some well-earned rest. Now, this may be a bit of a struggle with your arm injured as it is, but we'll have to make do. Can you stand? Slowly. Don't put any more strain on your arm than necessary. Good. Now, let's make our way to the ensuite. You'll need to brush your teeth. I don't mean to condescend. I'm simply supervising. I wouldn't want you hurting yourself again, or trying to go back to work. Right. Let me just prepare your toothbrush for you. There you go, Master. Come now. I'm not going to do everything for you. You would find that embarrassing, surely. You'll just have to brush with your non-dominant hand. It'll be fine. Just take it slow to start. That's it. You can take your time to get used to it, then speed up when you're comfortable with it. Don't forget to clean the back of those bottom teeth. Your dentist has told me you often need a deep clean back there. I have an interesting anecdote about that, actually. I like to think of cleanliness as a reflection of the soul. If you don't clean the back of your teeth properly, it can suggest an unhealthy view of oneself you hide from others. And I wouldn't want that to be the case. I want that smile to reflect how brilliant you are. So, clean them as best as you can. Alright? All finished? Splendid. Now, let's go to your chambers. There ought to be some fresh night clothes I prepared earlier. Here we are. Would you need help changing, Master? Of course. I will respect your privacy, Master. You can change behind that screen. Just take it slow. Try to avoid putting pressure on that injured wrist. I'll prepare your bed in the meantime. I'm always pleased by how neat your bed is in the morning. You seem to get a peaceful night's sleep when you actually take the time to. Have you finished changing? Good. Now, come get into bed. I'll tuck you in. There you go. A quiet night with fresh bedclothes and a fluffy duvet to rest in. I'm sure you'll be very comfortable and fall right to sleep. I must admit, I don't exactly know how else to help you from here. Perhaps telling a story could help you relax? No, such a patronizing measure won't be necessary, I'm sure. Oh, are you sure? Well, if you insist. Though, I must admit, I'm not really the best storyteller. But perhaps a story from my past would be suitable? After all, we haven't had much chance for conversation with how busy we both are. Oh, but you needn't try to stay awake to listen to me the whole time. Feel free to drop off as you wish. I'll tell you about how I let my mother know I was going to be serving you at this house. I've told you about how I helped my mother when she was struggling working around the house, yes? Well, I was concerned at the time that I would be seeing her far less than before, and was worried how that would affect her. Would she be upset? Angry that I was leaving her behind? Would she try to encourage me to stay? And how would I feel telling her face to face? In the end, I took her out to Nightingale Park and told her everything. At first, she was shocked, and I feared the worst. But before long, she gave me the brightest smile I'd ever seen, and the biggest, warmest hug I've ever felt. She was overjoyed that I'd been able to carry my compassion to a new line of work. As I had taken care of her, I'd be able to make a living caring for others. And she thought that was wonderful, and was incredibly happy for me. It just goes to show, when you care for someone, that care is returned in kind, and they'll pray for the best for you. You don't even need to be the most important person to them. Sometimes, them wanting to see you happy and healthy is all that matters. And I am happy. I wouldn't trade being your butler for anything. I'll always be there for you, Master. You're nearly there now. Don't fight it. Just allow yourself to drift off. Let yourself reach the peak of relaxation and be taken in by the world of sleep. A good night's rest will do you a lot of good, so you can be your best self tomorrow. I know it. Just take those final steps into a deep slumber. You've fallen asleep. I'll leave you to a good night's rest then. If you need anything, you know where to find me. Sleep well, Master. Sweet dreams.